Hello, Eric Gimbal, ericgimbal.com, and today my 5 tips for January 2019. Let's start. First of all, I'm a bit late. I've been 1 week in bed because I've got the flu, but we're still in time to get these tips for January. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgimbal, my website ericgimbal.com. If you have any question, you can send me an email to info@ericgimbal.com. Let's start. Tip number 1, advice more than a tip. People speak about creativity and they think that some people are creative and others are not creative. It's true that some people are more creative than others, but I do think you need to train your creativity. So I'm going to give you a small exercise. Try to do analog photography with your digital camera. So how would be that? Well, you're gonna make just 36 pictures as if it was a film camera. First, you're going to lock your ISO on 100 or 200 or 400 ISO, and during these 36 pictures you are not going to touch the ISO anymore. Second, you're going to use a fixed focal length, a prime lens, or if you just have a zoom lens, you just get some gaffer tape and you lock it on, for example, 35mm if you're on APS-C, or 50 if you're on full frame, or 25 if you are on micro four third, whatever. But what's important is that you cannot touch your zoom lens. This way you have like a prime lens, and you're going to do all your 36 pictures with the same focal length. And the good thing, as you have locked the ISO, you're gonna have to work on light, finding a way of getting the right lighting without the possibility to change your film. As if you had a film for 36 pictures, you have the same ISO. And you're going to try to do 36 different pictures. Try to change subject. If it's the same subject, change at least the way you look at it, or the point of view, or the lighting, or the where you place it, and try to make 36 different pictures. This way it's going to be hard for you because you're gonna have to have so many limits. Then you're going to work on creativity. And if you do this exercise quite often, bit by bit, you will learn how to forget about the limit of your camera and think about being creative, thinking way around. And you're going to save a lot of money because very often people say, oh, I need a new lens, a different camera. It's not because they need it. It's just because they don't know enough their camera and they don't know how to go over to overcome all the limits. And this way you're gonna work on creativity a lot more, and you're going to better your pictures. Tip number 2. Well, this month is just after Christmas, so many people had a new camera, and they have many questions on Facebook. I read about memory card, saving pictures, erasing picture, all this. So I've got 3 tips this month about this topic. So tip number 2. Although in your camera there's a small bin that says erase pictures, do not ever erase your picture in your camera. Why? Because when you erase a picture, you don't actually erase anything. You don't actually erase the actual picture. What you do is you erase an entry in the index table that tells the card where the data are. So when you erase a picture, you may corrupt this table, and then it seems like you've lost all of your pictures. So try not to manipulate your picture in your camera, erasing anything. Just download your picture to your computer, then make a backup, then format your card, but try not to erase any picture in the camera. Unless your card is full and you need to keep making picture, then try to select the one you like the least and erase them. But if you can avoid it, never ever erase anything in your camera, because you may corrupt the card and then you will get some problem. Tip number 3. Well, what happens if you do erase a picture in your camera, or you format the card and it's a mistake. So, I just erased the right picture, or I formatted the card and didn't realize I had my cousin wedding in there. So the first thing you must do is remove the card, because what you've done, you have not actually erased any data. You've just erased an entry in the index table, as I said in the tip number 2, or you formatted the card, but actually all the data are still there. It just erased the table. So if you keep making pictures, then it will write on the card, and it will overwrite this empty space that was not actually empty. So if this happens, just remove the card from your camera and then put it in your computer. Then go to SanDisk card maker website and download the app called Rescue Pro. This app, you can get it for free when you buy a SanDisk card. You get a 1-year license, but if you don't have a free license, doesn't matter. Pay for the I think it's $20. Pay for it because it's worth it, because this app is going to recover all the data from the card, as long as it's not a physical problem with the card, okay? But if it's just because you erased it, it's going to build this index table again. It will probably give new names to your picture, but it's not really a problem. But then you will be able to recover all your picture. So the first thing to do is stop making picture with this card, and then when you're at home in front of your computer, take it easy, you will get them back. Tip number 4, it also has to do with memory card. Very often people just plug an USB cable into their computer and to the camera to download the picture to the computer, and this is something you should avoid. 2 reasons. First, because the more you plug the cable in the camera, the more you're going to get the connector damaged. It will take time, but one day it will stop working. I know many people charge the camera battery with the cable, but this is even more stress on the connector. So what you should use is an external card reader. It's very cheap. There are multi-card readers, like they read SD card, micro SD, CF card, all this. It's not very expensive, and this way you avoid that your connector is getting damaged. But it's not just about getting damaged. The problem is that if there is any problem with the computer, like a surcharge or electricity problem, you may fry your computer, but if it's connected to the camera, you will also fry the camera. Try to use an external card reader always. Tip number 5. Many people got accessories for their camera at Christmas, and many people got an external flash unit, a Cobra flash, an external unit. And the first week they're really happy to use the flash and pop flash from here, there, flash, flash, flash. And after a couple of weeks they realize they don't need that flash all the time, and maybe they will be a month, 2 months, 3 months without using it. So in any flash unit there is a condenser. And this condenser is going to stock electricity, so when you're actually going to trigger the flash, you'll get the power you actually need. And this condenser, when it's your onboard camera flash, as you switch on, switch off the flash and the camera, the maintenance of the flash unit is being made. But when it's an external flash unit, first, if you don't use it, you should remove the battery or the battery or rechargeable or not battery that there is in there. But if you leave it for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months without using it, the condenser is going to die, because condenser needs to get charged, uncharged, charged, uncharged, like this. So they keep their full capacity. So every month, or month and a half or 2, put the battery in your flash, switch it on, let it charge fully, and then trigger it, and then wait until it's loaded again, and then trigger again. This way about 10 times in a row. then you can switch off your flash, remove the battery, and keep it stocked again for several months. Okay, so this way your condenser will still be in good health, and your flash capacity power, maximum power, won't be damaged. So you will keep your flash unit as if it was new for many years. But it's very important that you do this condenser maintenance once in a while. Okay, that's it. These were my 5 tips for January 2019. Thank you very much for watching them. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's also a small bell in the corner, so you get notification when I put a new video. My website, erigimbal.com. If you have any question, you can send me an email to info@erigimbal.com, and my social network are written below in comments. Thank you. Bye.